Hello and welcome to another video of Eternal Gains. This is the channel where I show you how to grow your stack in the most sustainable and most safe way. Today I want to have a little excursus into the basics. I want to show you how you can evaluate a chain and see if this chain is any good, if it makes sense to invest into this ecosystem or not. I will do this today on the example of Phantom. And yeah, let's get started. So the first place where you can get a very quick and easy overview on what is going on is CoinMarketCap. What this website is doing, it lists basically all the different coins and chains and shows you some statistics for those projects. Now, we are mainly interested in the market cap right now because, as you might know, price is relative. Important is the market cap if you want to determine how much upside or downside for a project is basically, reasonable. So let's come over here and have a look where is Phantom right now. So if we scroll down, then we'll find Phantom on the space number 30 here. And right now we have a market cap of 6 billion, okay? Now, of course, 6 billion sounds a lot of money. But in the trading world, in the financial world, 6 billion is not too much. Not too much for a chain, at least. For example, if we have a look at Bitcoin, then we're looking at 800 billion, okay? And Ethereum with almost 400 billion. So there's definitely a little bit room to grow here. Now, this is the first thing you want to look out for. You want to see how big is the market cap? What is the realistic increase in market cap, because increase in market cap also means increase in price. And therefore, we have to see, is it realistic for this one, for example, to 2x or 5x or something like that? So if you would say this one, is it possible or is it reasonable to assume that this one can do a 2x Phantom, right? It's at $2.50 right now. A 2x would bring it at around $5. And the market cap would be around 12 billion. Now let's compare. Let's see what is here in the 11, 12 billion area. And we see, for example, something like Shiba Inu has 15 billion, Polygon 16, Dogecoin even has 20, and Avalanche, what I would say is the best like benchmark where Phantom could go, is at 21 billion. Okay, so it's definitely, it's definitely reasonable to assume that if Phantom is coming, basically is doing as well as Avalanche did, we could theoretically see a market cap around 20 billion. Okay, this is definitely realistic. It's doable. We have 6 billion right now. So this would be around a 3-4x, something like that, okay? Which is absolutely reasonable. So this gives us the first indication, okay, Phantom has room to grow. Now the next question is there any activity on this chain, right? This is very important because there are chains like for example, Solana. Okay, Solana is quite okay, but ADA, for example, has almost no apps at this point, but is valued at almost 40 billion, right? So we have to see, is there activity on the chain, what we are looking at? And then this website comes into play. It's DeFilama, and we have here a comparison of the different chains, and we can see basically the total value locked and the market cap to total value locked ratio. Okay. Now, if you look at Avalanche again, then we see, first of all, also here's a number of protocols, and protocols are simply the basically the applications which are running on this particular chain. Of course, Ethereum here is number one spot, 395 protocols, and also the highest total value locked. This is, I think, expected. Now let's have a look at the next one. Luna, for example. Luna got a lot of hype recently, right? Got 17 billion locked and only 17 protocols right now. So this is not much, right? And I guess a lot of this is due to hype because they got a few big projects which basically attract a lot of capital in the short term, but I'm not sure how sustainable, for example, this is in the long run. So if you have a low number on protocols, but a high number compared to the other protocols on total value locked, then this is definitely this is definitely a point for concern, a point to further investigate on. Okay. Now, of course, BSC is number 3. BSC is very established. They are in the game for a long time. And of course, I would say this is kind of realistic here. We have a high number of protocols, also a high number of total value locked compared to the other ones. So I would say this looks reasonable. Now, Avalanche, on the other hand, also 136 protocols and 11 billion total value locked. Now, if you look at Phantom here, is number 6 right now, has 111 protocols already and only 5.76 billion in total value locked. Okay, so this is the next indication, which shows us, okay, it looks like that Phantom is, compared to Avalanche in this case, quite undervalued, right? Because the number of protocols are similar, the activity on the chains is similar, right? But the total value locked on Phantom is much, much lower than on Avalanche, okay? And probably this is due to marketing or certain incentive programs, which drove a lot of value to Avalanche. But right now, Phantom is a very hot topic, and I expect Phantom to get a lot more traction in the mid-term, okay? So this is another point where you have to look at, okay, how is your chain basically positioned here compared to other chains, especially in terms of how many protocols and how much total value locked, if this, fits together or not. And then, of course, we have also the price, okay? So in this case, if you look at the Phantom price, right now we have a little bit of relief going on here. But important is, how is our project doing compared to the big ones? And the big ones in this case are Ethereum and Bitcoin. So there is an easy way here. This is TradingView, by the way. It's the best online charting platform what you can use, basically. I use this all the time. So what you can do here is you can go ahead and look on the price of Phantom, and then you can say you want to divide this price by the price of Ethereum, okay? So what we did now is basically a synthetic pair Phantom Ethereum. Now let's have a look on that. And you can see right now we can buy 0.0008 Ethereum for 1 Phantom. But this number is not even so important. What is important is that we can see that we have an uptrend going on, especially now in the recent days. As you can see over here, we are on a daily chart. You can choose other time frames here if you want to. But the daily chart gives us a nice high-level overview. As you can see, the recent days where Ethereum went down, Phantom, on the other hand, compared to Ethereum, went up, okay? So there's two reasons for that. Either Phantom didn't lose as much as Ethereum did, or Phantom was going up while Ethereum was going down. And this is an extremely, extremely strong indication that the project you're looking at is doing fairly well, okay? And if we have a look here at the longer time frames, then we can see that Phantom has done pretty well compared to Ethereum. So for example, if we have a look at something else, let's have a look at Avalanche, for example. Avalanche, there you go. And let's have a look how this looks like. Okay, it's a little bit of a different picture right here, right? So here we have more kind of a downtrend going on, okay, compared to the chart what we saw before. So this gives us an indication right now, Avalanche compared to Ethereum is sort of stable, downwards, little bit trending, sort of. I mean, right now we have a sideways trend going sideways, but here we went down compared to Ethereum. And this, of course, shows us that Avalanche is not as strong if you compare to Ethereum. Let's do another one. For example, Solana. Okay, let's look at Solana, how this one is doing compared to Ethereum. And we see a similar picture. It's more sort of a downtrend, which means Solana lost more value than Ethereum in the same period of time. So I think the picture is clear. You should always compare your coin against Ethereum or Bitcoin to get an idea if the price action, what you see, if you look only at the charts of your favorite project, if those charts are good or not good, because this alone, of course, it shows us that Phantom is very strong recently. It did very well, but we need to compare it to something else. Otherwise, this is pretty much meaningless, right? We always have to see things in the context. And this is then also important to identify good yield farming opportunities and also identify chains where we would like to invest our money in. And for the now bespoken reasons, I am quite bullish on Phantom. And also the buzz is getting bigger, the hype is getting bigger, and I definitely believe we can hit $10 by the end of the year. Of course, nobody has a crystal ball, so we will see how this will play out. But I'm quite bullish on Phantom. I'm of course will also continue to give you the nicest and hottest and best opportunities for yield farming in the future. So if you haven't subscribed yet, just do it. It's free, and it also puts this content in front of more people. So just subscribe, hit the bell icon, leave me a comment, leave me a like if you like my content, and I see you in the next one.